Yes, back for another video. The song you just heard is Tevin Campbell. I know it's a throwback, but if you actually listen to the song, it makes a lot of sense with this topic. Topic today is going to be communication. We're going to cover many different aspects of communication. First off, let me introduce our guest of the night. This is Sierra.
Hi guys.
You want to give them a little bit about who you are?
I am BJ's best friend for almost 12 years. It's a long time.
Long time. So, as everyone knows, this is who I have my two children with. I want to get things out in the open because I think a lot of people, they judge a lot of things off of if you really do know how to communicate with somebody and if you do not. Anyone who knows us knows that how we co-parent is like no other, only because of communication. When you set boundaries and you set, rules and things like that in the beginning, it makes things so much easier in the long run. And I think that we tackled that within like the first year. And obviously there was bumps. There's ups and downs with everything. So with everything, obviously, you're going to get the ups and downs. And you just have to get to a place to where where everything works. It's not something easy. I know a lot of people who cannot do co-parenting. They cannot stand the person they have kids with. And there was times I couldn't stand her.
Oh,
there was.
She tried it.
There was times. There was times where I just be like, now why you got my kids out here looking like this?
You tried it. I'm gonna need you to get your whole life together. Anyways.
So with that, I want to say that obviously we know what it takes to communicate. Going from that into being best friends, I think that over time periods when you go through so much with each other, you have to learn how to communicate, not even just with her having my kids, but also with opening up, not always holding so much in. So first thing we're gonna get into with communication is communication with coworkers.
Yeah.
We're both obviously in our careers, and it is hard. Is it hard for you?
It's super hard. I think it's more hard for me because I'm a real quiet person. I don't do well with conflict, and being new in my position, don't shake your head, that's rude. Being new in my position, like I've just recently had the opportunity to where I had to deal with a situation with my staff, and I'm used to like my boss ahead of me doing that. She was gone and I had to do it, and I had to practice and I was nervous and my hands were shaking like I was the one in the hot seat. But it's all about how you go about it. Communication to me, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. You can get your point across and tell somebody they're wrong, but in the nicest way, and they don't even know they're wrong because you were so nice about it. So that's a big part of it too.
Yeah, along with that, with listening to people, you will find out even more problems in the way to solve it if you just listen. Yeah. When you cut people off and you don't give them a chance to say, I can't stand this and this and this, you put me on the project with this, and then like maybe within that conversation they say, but I learned a lot. Like it did teach me a lot. I just didn't want to, go through the whole dreaded process that I needed to go to complete this project. It's give and take with communication with people who you work with. For me, I think that I've been in my job for such a long time. I did get to a point to where I just didn't care. I think
we all get there.
I know I said some things to people I probably shouldn't. The video where you seen Trixie, me and Trixie worked together, and she used to be in the military. When she was in the military, she was one of my training petty officers. And she can tell you, she hated me. She did. Because
that all the time.
Because when I'm somebody about my job, if I'm giving you something and it reflects me, you better do it right the first time. Period. Because if that's the case, why not just do it myself instead of wasting time? 90% of the time, I do want to do it myself. I ain't gonna lie. That's another topic. I mean, and it is with communication. Obviously, you have to trust. With any of the sections of communication that we're going to go through, each one of them, you need to trust the person that you're communicating with. Within a workplace, how do you communicate and trust somebody? I think that would be hard because not everybody who you work with, you're going to trust.
I think the level of trust starts with the higher up. Like, I trust my boss.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can take something to my boss, and that's going to stay between her and I. And then it's important for the staff to trust her and I. They don't have to trust one another. This teacher shouldn't have to go tell this teacher something and worry about where it's going to get. But those teachers know if they come to either myself or my boss, that's where it stays. If they're having a problem in their classroom, we're not walking around the center telling everybody their business, because that's not professional at all. Something else that we use that works really well, not only with our parents, we use it first with our parents, but with the staff also, and this can be used anywhere you go, anywhere in life. We call it a shit sandwich. You never approach somebody with just negatives. The shit sandwich is you start with something positive about this person or their work or whatever. You slide the negative in the middle so they know it exists, and then you end with something positive. A shit sandwich. And it's far more effective. You could call somebody yesterday asked me to call it an Oreo because I guess they felt some type of way.
No, I like the middle of Oreo. That's my favorite part.
That's what I said. And the shit breaks in the middle. Right.
And then eats it and then put the oil back and then put it back in the
so you can't compare it to Oreos. Exactly. See? She understands. My best friend, she got my back. So I'm just saying.
I mean, I like that analogy though. I really do. I'm gonna use that.
It works.
Shit
it
sandwich.
It does.
But with that analogy, you never want to just continuously cover up the shit with a piece of bread. Sometimes you just need to, I don't know, maybe like caramelize the shit. I don't know.
There's definitely a need to be cutthroat sometimes and just straight to the point. Like, look. And usually we get to that point when we've given you this shit sandwich 3 or 4 times. All right, strike 5 and we're done. It's either you do it or you don't, and we just gonna call it quits. So, yeah.
I think that a lot of people, especially when you're in a supervisor role, you need to understand you're not there to make friends. You're just not. You're not, period.
It ain't.
And I had a discussion with a couple of my coworkers today about when you're a supervisor and you're trying to communicate with your coworkers or even people who you work under, you have to have a backbone. Either way, you have to have a backbone. When you don't have a backbone, people are going to walk all over you. And then, say for instance, the hires up are just walking all over you. That means the people that work for you are just going to get frustrated with it. I mean, like, bruh, have some balls.
And everybody ain't born with a backbone.
Or balls.
Or balls. Clearly. That takes time. And sometimes it takes you to get to a point to where people have walked over you for so long, and then you hit that snapping point, and then everybody to come after that, pulling no punches. No, I ain't got time for it. In and out and be done. I'm one of those people. I wasn't born with a backbone. Like, I've been over backwards people and let them walk all over me. Not in this day and age.
Yeah, no. Something that's obviously we can relate to is communication with friends. First off, we're going to hit on what makes it easy. And then we're going to get into what makes it hard. So one of the things that we were discussing that makes it easy was for you to know your friend. That's huge. I will tell you that 90% of my friends do not know how to communicate with me. Especially when I'm going through something. Especially. If I'm going through something, you know, they may hit me with the "you okay" text.
Okay, so I'm not that lame because I know her really well. But to the defense of her other friends, me not included, BJ's a very guarded person. She's not readable. She's for damn sure not predictable. So you don't know whether or not you push that envelope and be like, what's going on? Tell me what happened. I'm here. I'm just going to show up and we're going to talk about it, or we can just cry about it, whatever. Or, all right, she's pissed off. Something happened. Let me give her space until she is in a place to where she wants attention. That's a very fine line to walk when you're one of her friends. And it takes a very long time, 12 years and counting, for you to figure out which side of that line you need to be on with which situation. So that's just to defense of her friends.
And like I said, most of the time when people going through stuff, they don't want to go through it alone. And if you are the person, if you're one of my friends and you shut me down or you shut me out because you want to deal with it on your own, you won't deal with it. Because I tell people all the time, when you're trying to deal with something by yourself, you don't see all the aspects. You don't see the outside person that can tell you, yeah, in your mind at that point in time, it might be huge, but somebody from the outside can come in and tell you, you're looking at it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it this way. Mm-hmm. And then it ended up being this small, and it's something that you shouldn't have this whole time had it just destroying your whole life. I tell people
that from her a lot.
Yeah, like because I'm a good ass friend. So
she's trying to say my good friend.
And I was talking about me.
Okay.
It was attention on me at that point.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So with that, another thing is to when friends know you enough, you don't have to say nothing. I would say another best friend of mine, I call her my little sis. We were having a conversation the other day, and we're just both laughing, and we're not even really saying nothing because we both know what we're thinking. And the same thing with Sierra. Same thing with a couple of my other friends. Say, for instance, you're in a room of people, and somebody walk in looking like a thought. You can look at your friend and be like you already know what I'm saying. And that's just building, that friendship to the point of, you guys know each other like the back of your hand. And when you do get someone like that, you want to make sure that the communication stays at its highest peak so you don't lose that. I've had friends that, because of arguments or disputes or disagreements, I lost them because no one wanted to come to a point to saying, I'm wrong, or why are we allowing this to destroy this? Mm-hmm. Or how can we make this better? And a lot of times it's just considering the other person's feelings. When you're trying to communicate with somebody and you might be mad or upset, you're not thinking of them because they're the ones that may have gotten you mad. That's the first mistake. Any point in time that you truly care about somebody, you think about their feelings, no matter what type of communication you're trying to have with someone.
So true.
I know. I say I be speaking from the soul.
She need to write a book.
So with that, it's just a lot of things that I think that friends just need to get to know each other a little more in depth and not give up so easily.
Mm-hmm. Because you can lose some really good people over really stupid things.
Petty shit.
Really stupid things. And that's really unfortunate.
And we were talking about, some friends the other day, that you do miss. And then what happened? Neither one of us reached out. Neither one of us said, even though we aren't, maybe talking, which is crazy. Because we're just not saying all this.
That is crazy. So which means after this video, one of us needs to do something.
It'll probably be something simple like just making sure that you guys are okay.
Make sure you're all right.
Just because you stop being friends with somebody, that don't mean you stop thinking about them or that you don't care about them. No. Because if you truly are that type of person, you was never their fucking friend in the first place.
Word.
So with that, a couple of things that we discussed was obviously having their back. That's a huge one. Not letting go. In the other video, Trixie was talking about how sometimes when you're having disputes or you're arguing with someone and you just say, okay, then I don't want to talk to you no more. And the other person just like, all right, that's not what we as women want you to say. If I'm arguing with her and I'm saying, I'm done. I'm done.
And I say, okay, she gonna cut my damn throat. Then you sitting there
like, damn, she said just okay. And then in your head, you're thinking like, that's because she don't fucking care. That's because of this and this. And then your head just runs with it. Because now she made the situation worse and she didn't even know. She thought she was giving it a break by stepping away from it. In all reality, women want someone who is consoling. Women want someone who is there no matter what. Someone who will fight no matter what. And when you are actually friends with somebody who you know will fight to stay in your life, it is a phenomenal feeling because at the end of the day, not many people have that.
And life is short. Life is short.
Too short.
And it's too short to harbor things and to carry around negativity. Like, we got enough negativity around the world from people we don't even know. We don't need it in our own backyard. We don't. Nobody got time for that.
So, last thing about friendships and communication. Knowing how to keep secrets.
By that, she means, and this was my input on this topic, I feel like when you have a group of friends, we all tight, we all close, we do everything together, cool. But if I come to her with a personal issue that I didn't bring to the table during our girls' luncheon, but I brought it to her, I feel like that in particular situation, I wanted to stay between me and her. Because if I wanted all the girls to know, I'd have even told them all at our luncheon, or I would have hit them all up individually. I don't feel like it's her place to go spread what I told her to the circle, no matter how close we are.
Right, because different friends are on different levels within a circle.
Yes. We a clique, but we all bang with each other in separate ways, which is okay.
With that, say for instance, I do go say something to Joe Schmuckatelli. And Joe Schmuckatelli happens to be one of our friends.
What?
And I do go tell Joe.
All right.
And you feel offended because I did tell him. You need to relay that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just get mad like, I'm not telling this bitch nothing else.
True.
Don't do that.
I can't fix something you don't tell me is broken.
I don't know my boundaries. Yeah. That's why I stress. You need to have boundaries in every relationship you have. Relationships aren't just with your boo or, with your partner. It's with your friends, coworkers. Everything needs boundaries. Because if somebody steps outside that boundary and you've already said it, that's when you can snip their ass. If they step outside that boundary and you allow them to step outside that boundary, they created a new boundary. Basically.
That you let ride.
Which is fine. Because I'm a person, I'm gonna press my limits. I always have.
On to that partnership. So, your significant other.
Communication with your partner. Partner, wife, husband, anybody that is in that category. So some things that make it easy, even though some people like communication with a woman is not easy.
It can be if you smart.
It can be easy even when she's on her menstrual. If you just know what she likes to eat when she wants to be fat. A bitch just wants some warm hands.
And a brownie.
Right. Some chocolate and some tea. Y'all know what type of tea I drink.
I don't want no damn tea. With my brownie. That's nasty.
Say for instance, I'm coming to you as my best friend and I just had an argument with my girlfriend and I just feel like she wasn't listening. How do I communicate with her to get her to become in the middle and start listening and getting my point across?
You have to let her know first. All right, babe, we had this argument. And I feel like throughout this whole thing, like you didn't listen to my side of it. You didn't understand where I was coming from. You were just reacting back at me because I probably offended you, pissed you off, whatever. Have a safe word. Having a safe word is a good idea, especially with your significant other, because you don't want to get into a situation to where you guys are arguing about something and then you busting me below the belt about something that happened 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's mistake number one. Don't argue with me about something that happened 2 or 3 weeks ago. If we talking about you pissing me off at 7 o'clock this morning, we gonna leave it at 7 o'clock this morning. What you did yesterday don't count. Safe word. If you feel like they're stepping out of bounds, all right, pineapples, oranges, cream pies, stop. Okay, this is getting way out of hand. We're stepping way outside of what our current problem is. Let's bring it back.
Right, but y'all can't be just thinking of any word. It can't be any word. Like, I don't want people to start getting, take this the wrong way and just outbursts of just random words. You can't be arguing with your girlfriend and just be like, dildo. Because, now, that would throw somebody off. Could you imagine somebody trying to argue with you?
Yeah, you would have a good safe word that could, kind of funny. Throw it off. Or it could
remind them of something.
Yes, remind them of something. Like something that, when y'all first got together, that y'all find sentimental. Throw that word on the table, and that person automatically gonna know, okay, we need to bring it back.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Let's try that one.
It's good when you're in your own conversation and you just like, yeah,
Right. You learn something.
So another thing would be something that makes it easy is obviously trust. Like I said, all these categories is trust. Being comfortable. Now, being comfortable sometimes is easy for people and sometimes is not. In the beginning stages, I believe in relationships, people get nervous and they don't know what to say, or they don't want to say it the wrong way because they don't want to make it worse. Being comfortable with someone, I don't think that you should ever just not say something. Even if you just say, I really want to tell you something, but I just don't want to say it the wrong way. That's warning them. Like, look, don't take this offensive.
That's a good line.
You know,
I like that.
I think that's just how you just got to learn how to communicate with somebody. Everybody's different.
So what makes communicating with your partner difficult? Besides the fear of, besides not being comfortable, because we kind of touched on that. So besides not being comfortable yet, what else makes it difficult?
Not sticking to your word. Not meaning what you say. With me, I'm more of an actions person. I will follow your actions before I ever follow your words, because your actions is something that is automatic. Sometimes your words are something that you've already thought of 1,000 times to make it sound good. With me, I can cut somebody off like this, and it may be harder if I'm stuck in my emotions or that I feel something for you, but at the end of the day, I have to tell myself, BJ, who are you guarding? A person who is bluntly just not caring, or yourself? And over time, I've learned that the only person who's going to truly care for you is you. And I know, somebody told me a couple weeks ago that sometimes you have to let people in, and sometimes you can't stay so guarded because you never know what someone else can bring to your life, which is true. But when somebody opens that door a little bit, don't all of a sudden now they're trusting you. And even with relationships, you get someone to a point to where they want to be in a relationship with you, and then you do the reverse, you shut down. That leaves people confused
as hell.
And then that person's in their feelings, and then they're like, okay, well, maybe that person never had feelings for me. And then it's difficult. So with that, I think that there has to be a lot of compromising when it comes to,
that's a good word,
when it comes to, partnership, relationships, marriages, things like that. I can't wait to get to the point to where I'm 50, 60 years old and we're going on our every week luncheon or dinner date. I seen somebody 2 weeks ago, and they gotta be 80, 90 years old.
Oh, old people are so cute.
He's still buttering her bread.
Oh,
she's still cutting up his meat. Like,
that is so sweet.
It was like I even took a video of it and I sent it to my mom, because obviously my mom and dad have been married for years, and I told her, I want this. If that's not what you want, you would that. Okay, period.
A whole time. I mean, there was no like.
Because who doesn't want that?
True.
Who doesn't want to be, speed walking through the malls when you're 80 holding hands?
She got goals, y'all. She got goals.
Them was my goals. I would tell you, there's one phrase that I live by, and most people that know me know that I live by this, and it is just to listen to understand, not to listen to reply. With that, let me explain. Most people, when you're arguing with someone, or even when you're just trying to communicate with them, someone is listening to reply to you. They're not listening to understand what you're trying to tell them.
Like, I'm waiting on her to call me out my name so I can snap back real quick.
Are you not even listening to what I'm trying to say?
She don't even know.
I done said that I love you. I want to be with you, but you don't know how to cook chicken. And then that's all they hear. What? You like my chicken? Like I done said.
Shit sandwich. See, that's where the shit sandwich come into place. I love you. That chicken was dry, but you look real good while you was cooking. Just saying.
Right. And all I'm like, wait, you ate that shit.
Just saying.
Why did you say something then? You just want to wait until we argue, and now all of a sudden you want to talk about my chicken. With that, I can tell you, I made some bomb ass chicken tonight.
Talk about communication. That's another video for another day.
Yes, that shit was too funny. So, yes, just take it for what it is. Listen to understand. Everybody, ladies, fellas, please start listening to people to understand. Don't listen just to reply to them, because that means you're not really listening to anything that they're saying. With that, I know a couple people who just like to listen because they're like, I just like to listen to you. That's cool. But I like to listen to. I like to, hear how you're feeling too. I like to hear like the things that you think too. Like, I just sat here and I was trying to think of like all of my friends. And I don't even know all of my friends' favorite dinner. And I'm the chef of everyone. I love to fucking cook. That's horrible.
True.
I'm gonna have to get on that.
True. See, learn something.
See,
about
pineapples.
See?
Yeah. So with that, obviously, please hit that like button. Please hit the like button. I've had a lot of people hit me up with the videos that I've done. I really appreciate the support that I've been getting. A lot of the videos, obviously, we're here to make you laugh. I did post a serious video for help, and the amount of support that I've received has been overwhelming. Like, I haven't even really been able to get to all the, replies and emails, which is a blessing. So, if you guys have any ideas on any videos that you want to see, want us to discuss, please let me know. Got any last words?
Communicate. Learn something from the video. Stay funny, but take something away from it. I took a lot from it, and I'm in the video and still learn something. So, you can too.
She's Sierra. You already know I'm BJ. This is Cradily Diverse. We out.